Hello, it's Pixie from Starlings. So recently we just hit 4K on our music video for Kairos, so thank you so much for watching that. And we had a fan on Twitter ask us to make like a song breakdown of the production of Kairos if we hit 4K, so we have, so I'm holding up my end of the deal. And yeah, today I'm just going to run through how I produced Kairos. I just watched Oscar Scheller's breakdown of the stateside remix to get some inspiration because I really have no idea where to start with this. So I'll just show, I guess, like the main ideas of it. At the time that I was producing this, it was like November, December time of 2024, and I was trying to create something that was really like ethereal, euphoric, summery, and so it was very, very hard because British winters are not ethereal at all or euphoric. It's freezing and dark and grey, and so it was very, very hard to kind of grasp that idea. So I ended up listening to a lot of Imogen Heap Speak for Yourself album. I was listening to Igloo Ghost, two songs in particular, Clear Tame and Bug Thief. And then I was also listening to a Japanese producer called Kotono House at the time, and I was just trying to really delve into those ideas and ignore the grey around me when I was writing it. And I guess you could say this is kind of the outcome of smushing all of that inspiration together. So yeah, I'm gonna just run through some of the main ideas in the song and hope you enjoy. So there's like a main riff, I guess, that plays throughout the song. This one here. And it's repeated in so many different sounds. So for example, we have like an ice cream pluck version. There's a harp. This one, I just called it Aurora over Iceland, but it's actually a synth in Alchemy. And I don't use Alchemy too much anymore, but my favourite thing about Alchemy was this one sound, so yeah. And there's a music box. I didn't realise we also had the music box version. So when they're all played together and layered, they just kind of create this very cute, twinkly, euphoric sound. And that kind of just plays throughout the entire song. But yeah, that is the main melody. I'm going to jump into verse 1. Let's start with the beat of verse 1. So the tabla here was really a last minute addition to the song, but at the time I was trying to work on the top lining with the other members for this track, and the way that I always seem to get inspired for top lining is, I don't know why, but listening to Bollywood music. So at the time I was listening to a lot of Bollywood music, trying to just like write anything, and then I kept hearing the tableau in the back of the songs and just thinking, oh, I love the sound of that so much. Why don't I try and like add that in? And then it just worked really well with the vibe of the song. So that's why we have the tabla. And then also one of our members is Indian. So I just thought, nice little bit of representation in there. The way that I tend to always end up producing is by using like a mixture of samples, granular synths, and like organic instruments, especially like a soft piano or acoustic guitar. That is really just how I like to push everything together. But with the samples, I really like to cut them up and just use tiny little snippets, reverse them, blah blah blah, you know, manipulate them as much as I can to kind of create a new sound to it. And I really like working with like mechanical sounds or glass sounds, things like that. And a couple of months after we released Kairos, I discovered that Botanica was a genre. And when I listened to Botanica and the way that you make Botanica is very much like my style of making things, where samples and like are like really manipulated, and then they're smushed together with some synths and some organic instruments, and that's really me. So I think through the process of producing Kairos, I realized Botanica is my thing. But here's some little cutlery sounds that we used in the beat for the verse. And then I found this sample online. And I think because I was listening to a lot of Igloo Ghost at the time, I was really interested in like choppy vocals, and so then used that sample to do this. And usually I would cut out, like I would fade out the clip on the end of the samples that are kind of like making that sound. But when I applied the delay to it, it really helped with the rhythm and just sounded like it was deliberate. So I just left it in there. So yeah. So moving into the chorus, I found another vocal sample sounding like this. It was already super choppy, but I kind of wanted it to match the rhythm of the other choppy vocal sample that we'd used, so it ended up sounding like this. So this was made on Serum, if I am right. It just sounds so emotional, so I really like that. And then that was paired with this pad. The main sort of sound that defines the song was this pad here. And it pretty much repeats in the intro, the choruses, the pre-choruses, but especially in the intro, the way that I came up with this melody was because when I put in this pad, I then added it, like pitch shifted it down 12, pitch shifted it up 12. And then somewhere around here, because it had been shifted down, it sort of exposed this like underlying melody that sounded like na 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 na, just in the back. And so that is what inspired the main melody of the song, and that repeats in the chorus as well. The part that the girls liked a lot when we were in the studio, it's kind of a hidden instrument. It doesn't really cut through the mix much, but it just sounds very pretty. So this is the music box during the chorus. And then the other addition is this little noise. And I just bought one of those MIDI keyboards that I never use. I usually always use this when I'm putting in melodies because it's just easier. But I had bought this MIDI keyboard and it had a pitch shifter on it, and so when I was first like trying to figure out what to do with this song, this is pretty much one of the first sounds that made it into the song, where I was just like playing around with the pitch shifter and like just pressed the key and then it went woo. And so then that ended up in the song and works really nicely. In verse 2, I think the most defining part of verse 2 is Tori's guitars. So at the time I was listening to this one song by Igloo Ghost called Bug Thief, and at the end of the song there's like a section where everything kind of fades out and then there's just like these sounds of nature and this electric guitar. Kairos was really the song that I want to define Starling's debut sound, you know, so especially in like Ikigai we hear these like acoustic guitars and these like electronic synths and stuff mixed with the acoustic guitar, and it just worked so nicely. So then when I heard it again in Bug Thief by Igloo Ghost, I was like, oh, this feels very Starlingsy. And so I asked my friend Torgeir to write something for the guitar for verse 2, and all I gave him to work with was like bird sounds and this. And I kind of just said to him like, go crazy. And so then on the same day he sent me back this. Just insane. And obviously I absolutely loved it. Like I was literally screaming when I heard it, and so I was like, that has to go in the song. Yes, thank you. And so yeah, thank you Tori for making my favorite part of the song. And then I guess the final part is the dance break. I think my favorite part of the dance break is the really distorted bass. That, and then also, so I found this sample. And I just thought it would sound very good at like the drop in the dance break, and so I'm not really sure, is that called the flex tool? Yeah, using the flex tool, I kind of like used that to squish together certain sections and lengthen certain sections, and then applied an LFO filter to it where it would get like faster and then slower, and I kind of just automated how that would play out throughout the section, and then it created this sound. There's also I guess the dance break beat. For the vocals, me and Kadisha worked on the top lining, and then me and Lucy worked on the harmonies. So here's some of the harmonies in the chorus.
Revives me. Kairos, I'm up, I'm running. Can't stop myself from jumping. Pushing me up, I'm falling. Mikey guy's calling. On the runway, taking off, I watch the vines below. You hold me down, but lift me up. Can I do this alone? I don't wanna go. This tug of war in my head. It's all I wanna do is strengthening me instead. On the runway, taking off, I watch the vines below. You hold me down, but lift me up. Can I do this alone?
And then we have some of Kadisha and Maya's ad-libs in the final chorus too.
On the runway, taking off, I watch the flights below. You hold me down, but lift me up, can I do this alone? I don't wanna go. This time, war in my head. It's all I wanna do is strengthen me instead. On the runway, taking off, I watch the vines below. You hold me down, but lift me up, can I do this alone?
So that's pretty much Kairos. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And for this year, we have a lot more songs coming away. We have songs that are being produced by the other members as well. So it might be a case that you actually see a song breakdown from another member other than me this year. Yay. And yeah, looking forward to it. And thank you for watching. Bye.